And welcome to KBLP and Hollywood Review. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hi, Steven. I'm sure the freak will show up sooner or later. Let's get started. This is the top box office for last weekend, 9/14. Number one should not be a surprise. It is The Predator. Although it's not audience score and Rotten Tomato meter isn't that great. Rotten Tomatoes rates it at 34% only. And the audience scored only 48% on this. And the critics say The Predator has violence and quips to spare, but its chaotically hollow action adds up to another missed opportunity for a franchise defined by disappointment. Whoa, that's pretty harsh there. Of course, we know the premise of Predator. The outer reaches of space to the small town streets of suburbia. The hunt comes home. In Shane Black's explosive reinvention of the Predator series. Now the universe's most lethal hunters are stronger, smarter, and deadlier than ever before, having genetically upgraded themselves with DNA from other species. So, and a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and a disgruntled science teacher can't prevent the end of the human race. Boyd Holbrook, Trevant Rhodes, Keegan-Michael Key, Olivia Munn, Sterling K. Brown. I don't know if any of you have seen Predator yet. Chris, I'm surprised you haven't, if you're listening. I have not seen it yet. So, anyway, let me know if you did see it. Let me know what you thought, okay? Number two, no surprise at all. And it is The Nun, of course. I figured it'd be between these two. And actually about the same on the tomato score and audience score, which is kind of surprising. Seriously, I'm really surprised at this. And the critics say The Nun boasts strong performances, spooky atmospherics, and decent set pieces. But its sins include inconsistent logic. Okay. Okay, cool. You better be. Okay, Steven. Go ahead. Check out Ike. Hope he's all right. Okay. And of course, The Nun, this is part of the Conjuring franchise, of course, the series. And this is when a young nun at a cloistered abbey in Romania takes her own life. A priest with a haunted past and a novitiate on the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate. Together, they uncover the order's unholy secret, risking not only their lives, but their faith and their very souls. They confront a malevolent force in the form of the same demonic nun that terrorized us in The Conjuring 2. The abbey becomes a horrific battleground between the living and the damned. Of course, Thaisa Farmiga, Damian Bicker, Charlotte Hope. So, The Nun. I know some of you have seen this, that it wasn't scary, but it did kind of tie them together. So, number three in the top 10 was A Simple Favor. I've not heard of this one. But it rates high on the tomato meter and audiences, 84 and 82%. The critics say, twisted, and above all, simply fun. Simple Favor casts a stylish mommy, noir spells, strengthened by potent performances from Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Okay. It's a stylish postmodern film noir directed by Paul Feig. Centers around Stephanie Anna Kendrick, a mommy blogger who seeks to uncover the truth behind her best friend Emily's sudden disappearance from their small town. Stephanie is joined by Emily's husband, Henry Golding, in this thriller filled with twists and betrayal, secrets and revelations, love and loyalty, murder and revenge. Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively, Henry Golding, Eric Johnson, Gene Smart. So, This is called A Simple Favor. So if any of you have seen any of these, please let me know. Actually, number 4, been out for 2 weeks now. White Boy Rick. This looked interesting. I'm not real sure if any of you have seen this. If you have, please let me know. Not too bad on the tomato meter, 59%. Audiences say 61%. The critics, however, solid work from the cast, particularly a scene stealing Matthew McConaughey, helps White Boy Rick make up for a number of missed opportunities in the script. Okay. This is set in the 80s, Detroit at the height of the crack epidemic and the war on drugs. White Boy Rick is based on the moving true story of a blue-collar father and his teenage son, Rick, who became an undercover police informant and later a drug dealer before he was abandoned by his handlers and sentenced to life in prison. Ooh, well, that wasn't nice. Matthew McConaughey, Richie Merritt, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Rory Cochrane, and Bruce Dern. Oh, haven't seen him in a while. So that's White Boy Rick. And they were number 4 this week. Number 5 this week is the one that everybody's been talking about, Crazy Rich Asians. And that is high on the audience and tomato meter. 93% on tomato, 83% audience. The critics say it's a terrific cast and a bit of visual razzle-dazzle. Crazy Rich Asians takes a satisfying step forward for screen representation while definitely drawing inspiration from the classic and still effective. And of course, we've gone over this a few times. Follows a native New Yorker as she accompanies her longtime boyfriend, Nick Young, to his best friend's wedding in Singapore and finds out, they're all, so it's one of the country's wealthiest families. Man, he's one of the most sought-after bachelors. So she has a few wars on her hands with this. Constant Wu, Henry Golding, Gemma Chan. So Crazy Rich Asians. A lot of people have been talking about this, and I don't know. I have not seen it, but if you have, let me know. Number 6 this past week was Peppermint. And, I heard it wasn't that great, but it has Jennifer Garner. And it's kind of the same old thing. Although the audience liked it, they scored an 80%. Rotten Tomatoes only scored 11% on this. And, of course, the critics. Far from refreshing, Peppermint wastes strong work from Jennifer Garner on a dreary vigilante revenge. It lacks unique twists or visceral thrills. So, of course, Peppermint is an action thriller which tells the story of a young mother, Riley, played by Jennifer Garner, who awakens from a coma after her husband and daughter are killed in a brutal attack on the family. And, of course, she sets out to transform herself from citizen to urban guerrilla. So, she methodically delivers her personal brand of justice. Again, it's kind of the same old story. Excuse me, still getting over this. Same old story, maybe with another twist. It's just a vigilante thing. Jennifer Gardner, Richard Cabral, John Ortiz, John Galligan Jr. So, Peppermint. Okay. And number 7, still in the top 10. And I love it. I absolutely love it. The Meg, of course, with Jason Statham. The ratings aren't that great. Rotten Tomatoes only gives it 46. Audience 51, but it's still in the top 10. So go figure, right? And the critics say, The Meg sets audiences up for a good old-fashioned B-movie creature feature. But it lacks the genre thrills or the cheesy bite to make it worth it. I don't know. Apparently, people like it because they're still going. It's still in the top 10. So, again, it's a deep sea submersible, part of an international undersea observation program, has been attacked by a massive creature and now lies disabled at the bottom of the deepest trench in the Pacific, with its crew trapped inside. And of course, Jonas Taylor, Jason Statham, is recruited by a visionary Chinese oceanographer against the wishes of his daughter to save the crew and the ocean itself from this unstoppable threat, a prehistoric 75-foot-long shark known as a megalodon. How cool would that be if there really was one? Scary but cool. Jason Statham, Bing Bing Lee, Winston Chow, Rainn Wilson, Ruby Rose. So the Meg is still up there, guys. Still up there in the top 10. Number 7. Number 8 this week is Searching. And good ratings. 93% tomato meter, audience 89. Critics say Searching's timely premise and original execution are further bolstered by well-rounded characters, brought to life by a talented cast. So, let's see. After David Kim, 16-year-old daughter, goes missing, a local investigation is opened, and a detective is assigned to the case. But 37 hours later, and no lead, David decides to search the one place no one has looked, where all secrets are kept today: his daughter's laptop. In a hyper-modern thriller told via technology, devices we use every day, David must trace his daughter's digital footprints. Now, that's one of the first things the police would take, is the laptop or your phone or whatever. So, I don't know. Although one of my favorite people is in there, Deborah Messing. I love her. John Cho, Deborah Messing, Joseph Lee. So, that is Searching. And it is number 8 this week. And it has been out for a month now. And still in the top 10. Boo, boo, boo. At number 9, of course, is Mission Impossible Fallout. It has been out for 10 weeks now. And, of course, Rotten Tomatoes, 97%. Audience, 89. The critics all agree. Fast, sleek, and fun. Fallout lives up to the impossible part of its name by setting yet another high mark for insane set pieces. Okay, and we all know what this is about. Yada, yada, yada. His team has to race against time after a mission gone wrong. Okay, so, yay. Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Sean Harris. Yeah, good cast, but we'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go there. He's not one of my favorite people. So, number 10 this week is Unbroken Path to Redemption. Again, it's 10. It's in the top 10, okay? But the ratings, Rotten Tomatoes only gives it 26%, but the audience gave it 86%. The critics have not said anything about it yet. This is based on Laura Hildenbrand's best-selling book, Unbroken Path to Redemption. It begins where the hit movie Unbroken concludes, sharing the next amazing chapter of the unbelievable true story of Olympian World War II veteran hero Louis Zamperini. Haunted by nightmares of his torment. Sorry. I lost it there. Hang on. Louis sees himself as anything but a hero. He meets Cynthia, a young woman who captures his eye and his heart. Louis' wrathful quest for revenge drives him deeper into despair, putting the couple on the brink of divorce. Until Cynthia experiences Billy Graham's 49 Los Angeles crusade, where she finds faith in God and renewed commitment to her marriage and her husband. Now her most fervent prayers for God to help Louis find the peace and forgiveness he so desperately needs. Unbroken Path to Redemption brings to life the rest of this powerful real-life story of forgiveness, redemption, and amazing grace. Okay. Samuel Hunt, Merritt Patterson, Bobby Campo, Gary Cole. So, Unbroken Path to Redemption, which was number 10. Number 11 was Black KKK Klansman. Number 12, Operation Finale. And 13, The Wife was number 13. So, not bad, not bad. So guess what opened today? What opened today? Excuse me, goodness. And it opened today, and I do want to see this. Excuse me so much. The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Cate Blanchett. Oh, I love her. She's great. And Jack Black. I do want to see this movie. I really do. It looks so cool. It's got decent ratings so far. 67%. Rotten Tomatoes. 54 audience. It's an entertaining detour for gore maestro Eli Roth. The House with a Clock in Its Walls is a friendly blend of humor and horror with an infectious sense of fun. This looks really good. I'm sorry. I like the trailers so far in this. In the tradition of Amblin classics, where fantastical events occur in the most unexpected places, Jack Black and two-time Academy Award winner Cate Blanchett from Amblin Entertainment. The magical adventure tells a spine-tingling tale of 10-year-old Lewis, who goes to live with his uncle in a creaky old house with a mysterious tick-tocking heart. But his new town's sleepy facade jolts to life with a secret world of warlocks and witches when Lewis accidentally wakens the dead. It really looks good. Jack Black, of course, Cate Blanchett, Owen Vaccaro as a boy. Kyle MacLachlan is also in this. Haven't seen him for a while either. So that really looks good. So I really want to see that. I do. So The House with a Clock in Its Walls opened today. Fahrenheit 11/9 by Michael Moore. Have you seen the previews for this? Rather interesting. 80% Rotten Tomatoes, 55% audience. Fahrenheit 11/9 finds Michael Moore in fighting form, delivering a political call to action that ranks among his most effective works. And of course, if anybody see Michael Moore's work, you know. Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 11/9 is a provocative and comedic look at the times in which we live. It will explore the two most important questions of the Trump era. How the F did we get here, and how the F did we get out? So, there you go. By Michael Moore. Okay. Yeah, they should also put how people were eating Tide Pods. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, some other movies opening today. I really do want to see that, A House with a Clock in Its Walls. That looks really good. The Sisters Brothers opened today. And 82% tomato meter, 89% audience. And the critics say the Sister Brothers rides familiar genre trails in occasionally unexpected ways. A satisfying journey further elevated by its well-matched leading men. And this is based on the novel by Patrick DeWitt. The Sisters Brothers is a reimagining of the cinematic Western as a dangerous, witty, and emotionally cathartic exploration of what it means to be a man. It's 1851, and Charlie and Eli's sisters, Joaquin Phoenix and John C. Reilly, they're brothers and assassins, boys grown to men in a savage and hostile world. They have blood on their hands, that of criminals, that of innocents. And they know no state of existence other than being gunmen. Introspective Eli rides hard with his younger sibling, yet dares to dream of a normal life. The younger of the two, hard-drinking Charlie, has taken charge with gusto as lead man on the duo's assignments. Each increasingly questions and quibbles with the other's methods. The sisters brothers find themselves on a journey through the Northwest, bringing them to the mountains of Oregon, the gold rush of California, Mayfield, and it's a journey that will test the deadly family ties that bind. John C. Reilly, Joaquin Phoenix, Jake Gyllenhaal, Rutger Hauer, and Carol Kane is also in this. I love Carol Kane. I'm surprised she's in this. But that's the Sisters Brothers. If you like Westerns, this will be one for you to go see, for sure. I'm not a Western fan. There are some I do like. A few other ones. Tea with the Dams. It's 100% Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. The Dams. And Audience 100%. This is the first movie I have seen that both have 100%. Tea with the Dams proves there's plenty of entertainment value to be found in rounding up a quartet of screen legends for a chat. And is likely to leave the audience wishing these stars would keep brewing up pots for an ongoing series. What happens when four legends of British stage and screen get together? Maggie Smith, Judi Dench, Eileen Atkins, and Joan Plowright are among the most celebrated actresses of our time, with scores of iconic performances, decades of wisdom, and innumerable Oscars, Tonys, Emmys, and BAFTAs between them. They are also longtime friends who hereby invite you to join them for a weekend in the country as they catch up with one another, reminisce, and share their candid, delightfully irreverent thoughts on everything from art to aging to a love to a life lived in the spotlight. Bursting with devilish wit and whip-smart insights, Tea with the Dams is a remarkable opportunity to spend time in the company of four all-time greats, up close and unfiltered. I would probably get the DVD to see this. I really would. Eileen Atkins, Judi Dench, of course, Joan Plowright, Maggie Smith. Oh, I love Maggie Smith. She's so great. So that might be something you want to see. That's the first time I've seen both at 100%, though. That's the only one I've ever seen. Let's see, Little Italy came out today. Beyond the Sky. Quincy by Quincy Jones. White Rabbit came out today. And let's see. Tomato meter, 80%. That was generous. This is a dramatic comedy following a Korean-American performance artist who struggles to be authentically heard and seen through multiple identities in modern L.A. Vivian Bang, Elizabeth Sung, Michelle Su. So, I don't know. Might be worth a shot. I don't know. See the trailer. Look up the trailer. See what you think. I have not heard anything about that. Strange Nature, The Pagan King, Kalar Gandhi, The Storyteller, The Great Battle. And those are movies that open today. The one I want to see is The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Lots of new stuff coming up. Hey, I know this will be on sports, but hey, how about those Browns? Wow, yay, love it. Okay, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is out on DVD now. Sicario, Day of the Soldado, is also out. The First Purge, oh yeah. Definitely getting that. I love it. I love the Purge movies. Damsel is also on DVD. Let's see. Billionaire Boys Club, Siberia, The Gardener. What came out today, which will probably be Tuesday in a lot of places also. I Think We're Alone Now. Love Gilda. Gilda Radner. Oh, who doesn't love Gilda Radner? I loved her. Oh, I miss her so much. She's so awesome, so awesome. So that is coming out. I love Gilda. Oh, I love Gilda Radner. She was just amazing. Let's see, coming out soon. This is coming out on DVDs, guys. Yeah, September 21st, which is today. Coming soon. Ant-Man and the Wasp, October 2nd. Woohoo! Three Identical Strangers, those two will come out. October 23rd, Incredibles 2 and Black KK Klansman on October 23rd. September 25th, Leave No Trace in 8th grade. October 9th, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Yeah, no. Prayer Before Dawn, Sorry to Bother You. And on October 30th, Mandy. Let us not forget what is coming October 19th. How many of you are going to see it? How many of you are going to see it at the new Halloween? Anybody? I am. Who are you going to see it with? Me, myself, and I, for sure. Night School, Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish will be coming out next week. Smallfoot. Now, I want to take my granddaughter to see that. I think that looks really good. Hellfest looks interesting. That's the audience, 91% want to see. Of course, no critics yet. This is a mass serial killer turns a horror-themed amusement park into his own personal playground, terrorizing a group of friends while the rest of the patrons believe it is all part of the show. College student Natalie is visiting her best friend Brooke and her roommate Taylor. If it was any other time of year, these three and their boyfriends might be heading to a concert, but it's Halloween, which means, like everything else, they would be bound for Hellfest, a sprawling labyrinth of rides, games, and mazes that travels the country and happens to be in town. Every year, thousands follow Hellfest to experience fear at the ghoulish carnival of nightmares. But for one visitor, Hellfest is not the attraction. It's a hunting ground. An opportunity to slay in plain view of a gawking audience, too caught up in the fun atmosphere to recognize the horrific reality playing out before them. As the body count and excitement of the crowds continues to rise, he turns his masked face to Natalie, Brooke, Taylor, and their boyfriends, and they will fight to survive the night. If you've seen the trailers for this, it looks really, it's good old slasher film. So, that will be coming out next week. So, what else? The Padre, Little Women, okay, Leah Thompson, whatever. These are all coming out September 28th, as far as I can tell. Domain, Scaffolding. October. Who's going to go see Venom? That movie looks kick-ass now, let me tell you. You got to love Tom Hardy. But that movie looks freaking awesome. I love the way they change him. Venom, Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, October 5th, guys. Shine, Star is Born, also coming out with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. So October 5th. Excuse me. A Star is Born comes out. I love the trailers for this. It is awesome. October 12th, First Man, and of course October 19th. Hey, freak! I knew you'd be here sooner or later. You're going to go see the October 19th, right? Of course, who isn't going to go see the Halloween? I wish all of us in the group or something could get together and go see it. That would be so much freaking fun. As it is, though, me, myself, and I will go see it. So yes, that is going to be the one to see. Absolutely. Have you seen Predator yet? Chris, have you seen Predator yet? So that is what's coming out. Have you seen Predator yet? I know you wanted to see it. Not good reviews at all, which kind of surprised me. Okay, cool. Yes, you'll be on. So don't go away, guys, because our own freak, will be on with Freaks in the Basement after a Hollywood review. So make sure you stay tuned to Spreaker. And Chris will be on tonight. Him and his freaks will be here. Yay! Gotta love it. But yeah, I definitely want to see The House with a Clock in its Walls. I think that to be a fun movie. I like to take my granddaughter to see that in Smallfoot. So that is what is coming out. Pretty cool. And I hope y'all watched American Horror Story. Oh my God, crazy stuff going on. Crazy stuff. We'll talk about that on Sunday. Okay, go get your show ready. That's got to be number one. Okay. Of course, Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx are still in the news. Yay. Whatever. Did you realize the Thursday night game was the most watched for NFL Network since 2015? Woo! It was totally awesome after Mayfield came in, Baker Mayfield. I like Chris Prass's take on this. He says he admires Tom Cruise's reputation as a really nice guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. A lot of political stuff in. Hope y'all liked the power metal last night. Disturbed released a new song, A Reason to Fight, so we'll have to check that out, Chris. This is kind of stupid. Michelle, I hope you do a take on this. I really do. People are furious over that sexy Handmaid's Tale costume. Seriously? An online retailer of adult Halloween costumes, they yanked a Handmaid's Tale inspired look following an online backlash. The brave red main outfit referenced the scarlet garb worn by women who were forced to surrogacy in the popular Hulu series. It depicts a frightening future where abuse of women is sanctioned by the state. The Andes version shows a hooded and slit red cloak paired with a red mini dress. Oh, come on. An upsetting dystopian future has emerged where women no longer have a say. However, we say be bold and speak your mind with this costume. But people are like, seriously, it is a costume, people. They're not wearing it every day. Get over it. Michelle, do something on this. Do it on What the Fudge, okay? Wow. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And why I didn't report movement enough. Enough. I'm over that stuff. I think most of it's BS anyway. Some of it's not. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want hate mail. But there's enough that is, and we all know it because they have come out and, some people have come out and said yes. That, yeah, it was a lie. I didn't mean it that way. Yada, yada, yada. Crazy, crazy. So, this is crazy, but okay. Going to play a song or two. Oh, let me give you a rundown on the rest of the week here. Of course, after me, please join Chris Stevens and his Freaks in the Basement. Those freaks get into everything, anywhere. So, join him coming up next. Tomorrow, join Michelle Auger with Ecto. It's awesome, awesome. So, please tune into that about 5 p.m., which is about 6 p.m. No. Yes. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All these time zones drive me crazy. So, join her about 6 p.m. Then I'll return tomorrow night after work with Encounters of the Strange Kind. And it's going to be mostly phantom cars. I think some of them you do know. Some maybe you don't. And some other planes, trains, and automobiles. So stay tuned for that. Later on tomorrow night, join Ike Diaz and the Jam for a party all night long, guys. Sunday, of course, after Fear, join me for American Horror Stories. So we're going to discuss that. What a wild one that was. So join in the chat for that. I want to hear what you guys think about that. Monday, Sports Talk with Ike Diaz, Gary Martinez, Cecilia Flores, Lisa Hunt. So join Sports Talk Monday evening. Tuesday, have a reprieve so far. Hopefully Desiree will be back with her Chained. And that is really good. I hope she comes back soon with that. Wednesday, of course, Fear the Walking Dead. I hope Michelle will be able to join me on Wednesday. Couple more weeks, guys, and TWD starts, so woohoo. I can't wait for that. Really, this season should be totally awesome. Thursday, it's music night at KBLP LLC. We have me, DWD, Decades with Denise, and we're going to do part 2 of the power metal bands. And we're really going to get into some of them because these are the 90s. These are the big ones. Camelot, Dragon Force, Hammerfell, Nightwish, all of these. And we'll be talking about each one of them. I really want to get into it. This is when it really took off, and I absolutely love it. So I hope you're able to join me Thursday night. Afterwards, join Lolita and Lolita's Jam. She plays hip-hop, underground music, some new artists. So please join her. At least come by and say hi to all of us, okay? Glad to see you. Friday again, we're back with Hollywood Revue. We'll see how these movies did. And Saturday, Encounters. So, and of course, Fridays, you can't miss Freaks in the Basement, of course. So, shout out to True Horror Junkies, Art of Darkness, Typhoid Marys, Walking Dead Freak Show, Survival Wolves, Conflicted, King Barker and Beyond, Horror 3-Ring Circus, all of them. Shout out to all of you. Thanks, Stephen, for coming by. Thank you, Chris. Get ready for your show. Don't change the channel, guys. So, I'm going to play, since Ant-Man and Wasp will be coming out. Here is the theme to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Have a good night, everybody. Stay tuned to Freaks in the Basement. Peace out, y'all.